why this guy just doesn't quit, does Drake's not gonna give up. He's not gonna give up. He believes wholeheartedly that there were people out to get him, and even if it is true, the man had the industry for a long time. Go the fuck away. Leave. Go now. It's your time to go. Drake, go. Leave. I mean, I'm starting to see Drake fans even say, Drake, go. Leave. The lawsuit, I'm not going to get into legal terms here with this lawsuit. He is just putting himself in a position where you can clearly see how affected he is. And every time he comes on the stream, for example, with Aiden Ross or even with XQC, there is this trying to show that he still got it. He still got the aura. Again, that aura, that concert aura where you talked about not he's unfuckwittable and all that. I'm the best. I'm in the best shape. All that good shit that he said. He does not look like that whatsoever. He really looks like he is in full crash out mode. It looks like it is set in stone that no matter what, this lawsuit is going to go on. He is going to continue to add on to the lawsuit. Again, reactions are reactions. The fact that we are even going to sit here and have to have a conversation about streamers like Kai and No Life Shack, for example, and whether or not they contributed to the downfall or the defamation of Drake, it just doesn't make sense to me because, again, if we're talking about Kai, that was Drake's guy for however long, and then now all of a sudden in the lawsuit makes it as if it's not Kai. Kai was never his guy, and this was something to. Do you guys remember when all that was going on, and there was the Kai saying something along the lines of, "Hey guys, just so you know, um, Drake's about to drop. He told me to stay on stream." And that was when Family Matters dropped. Not Like Us, to me personally, was the thing that just took it over the top no matter what. These songs, if you just listen, if you were out anywhere, it felt like you heard it somewhere. Not Like Us was a very big song. Again, if that was UNG backing, if that was just a natural curation, I think that bots are used no matter what the circumstance is. I think music has it's full of bots. There's a lot going on with bots in music. It's something that is needed for it's the machine, you know what I'm saying? So I get where and why Drake maybe feels in certain ways that that same machine that was in his favor for so long is now being used against him. It's such a different time. For example, again, streamers and reactions and voices, personalities, those things are very important and they can shape certain opinions and certain ideals. They do have a certain cultural relevance with their voices, especially somebody like Kai, but that don't mean whatsoever that UNG pushed that, went to Kai, said, "Look, man, I got this payola for you." I don't think that whatsoever. I think a lot of the streams and a lot of the reactions that we see throughout that whole time of the beef, they were genuine reactions. I don't think these guys just gotta, you know, got sent a text message, "Hey, listen to this, what you think?" And when you get on stream, act like it's a pure reaction. You know how hard it is to show those reactions that we got to see throughout the beef because of, for example, Kendrick dropping back to back and doing a Drake, just out Draking Drake in so many different ways. I think it's hard for Drake to accept, not that he lost, but that he, like in the past of Meek Mill, you did that to Meek Mill in a lot less way because Meek Mill is not in any way, shape, or form as big as you, but that is a part of what beef is. This is what beef does. This is a part of why a lot of, especially our larger artists, try their darndest and at the same time don't try their hardest to stay out of beef or to not engage it to the point where it is a full-on rap beef. Maybe you get those subliminal shots. You know that there's beef brewing, but that shit takes a while. There's a reason for that. There's a lot of business that goes into beef, as you can see. Drake lost a lot of business. At the end of the day, it is a fact that Drake lost a lot of business because of this beat. Why that happened, I think that is for I mean, that's kinda up for speculation in its own right, and again, even him in the way that he's been moving with the LeBron situation, it just is very odd. It's not the fact that he felt the way that LeBron was the way he was, if there's this perception of friends and the Kendrick pop out concert, all that shit, I get that. I'm not mad at that. I'm not but at the way he's gone about it, making songs about a guy that's in the middle of the season in his 40th year, it's just banana nuts to me. We're talking about a basketball player right now. We're not talking about any more hip hop artists. We're talking about LeBron James and just trying to, it's not even necessarily trying to destroy LeBron's family. I think it's about how he's trying to destroy what we look at, what LeBron is perceived as in the public eye. Does that make sense? But that also affects everybody in the fan. Does that also make sense? There's just a lot that is happening right now. And because Drake already has this perception or lack of, and he is in this villainous role right now and kind of he's doing it very well in all the wrong ways. Does that make sense? I hope that made sense. He needs to go sit down. He just needs to go sit the fuck down. That's why I needed to start this with saying he needs to sit the fuck down. He's doing too much. He just needs to go the fuck away. I think even if he would have went away in these 6 months, maybe put out a song or two, didn't say too much. Drake put himself out there so much and was such a social media evil with like the way that his music is really captioned. It's always a caption. His music is very caption based. On social media, everybody you'll see he's Drake captions, for example. You know what I'm saying. He ruled that realm for a long time, and Kendrick wasn't in that realm, but you know how much it takes not to be on social media. Like, even though I'm on YouTube, I'm not on social media. I'm not on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. See that why was the third thing Facebook? There's so many other social media sites out there now, but YouTube. YouTube is my social media site, but I don't use too much social media. A lot of why Kendrick said he doesn't use social media, I felt that. It's like, it's nice to live in reality. And it doesn't mean that people that are on social media don't live in reality. It's just, that's a way to go get away from reality in the same breath. But that shit can really bring a toxic relationship between you and social media. And I think, again, because the perception of Drake for so long was so positive, right? Even though you did have people that would say Drake fucking sucks, or that Drake is the reason hip hop is where it is, or, you got these different, I feel like, commonplace comments you would get about him, but it wasn't to the point right now, like it is right now, where no matter what he does, it's like you are just a stain on this earth right now to a lot of people. That's very extreme, I know. I'm not saying I feel that way. I'm saying that's what it feels like. It feels like every time he does something, it's like that annoying ass fly that's just sitting in the room, right? That just keeps buzzing and buzzing and buzzing, and you cannot get it to shut the fuck up. That's what Drake seems like in his perception in the public eye right now. Does he care? That's not for me to sit here and try to say yes or no. I just think he needs to go. Drake needs to just, if you're going through with the lawsuit, go through with the lawsuit. I'm not saying he went and said, "Hey guys, look, I got this lawsuit for you guys. Look at what this lawsuit says and what it entails." I don't think that's what necessarily is the problem. It's the problem of you're trying really hard to keep that heat, that hot streak, that relevance, that whatever, and you're doing these certain things, and of course, you're gonna always have this certain crowd, this fan base, right? But what hip hop is and what it stands for, and I've said this, like Drake is always gonna have a place in music, but not in hip hop necessarily. In hip hop, it's a lot different. In hip hop, there are certain standards and morals and lack of morals at the same time. It's really a conundrum, I know, but one of those things is the purity and knowing what this person has come from, how this person has come from those things, and how they were able to overcome. And there's a lot that goes into hip hop, right? Hip hop came from a place where in a neighborhood, DJ Cool Herc, created a block party that brought break beats and DJ spinning. And I just, this shit's just, it's a very long and complicated history with the way that I feel like hip hop has perceived a person like Drake, for example. He, even though, he comes from hip hop, I guess there's certain aspects of him that doesn't feel like hip hop. And I get that, right? And I've gotten that for way longer. I feel like it's been so fucking long, and but in the same breath, as an artist, I've always appreciated the artist, and it's really hard to even do that now. He's kind of in that role that Kanye got into, where Kanye just wouldn't shut the fuck up, and it just made things worse and worse and worse, right? Even though Kanye might have been making valid points, right? Even though Kanye may have not have been wrong about certain things, it was just the fact of like, go sit the fuck down for a second. Like, you're talking too much, you're doing too much, you're making it hard to hear you and to agree with you and want to be on your side, even though you might have some validity in what you're saying. You're just talking to them. It's, that's Drake right now. I know Drake ain't talking necessarily, but he's doing a lot that just sit down. Anyways, y'all, I'm gonna get up out of here. Y'all stay blessed. Have a good day.